Hello students, so let us continue our discussion. Question number 10, 2 point charges, page number 39, okay. Page number 39, question number 10, 2 point charges 4 into 10 to the power of minus 6 coulomb and 2 into 10 to the power of minus 6 coulomb are placed at the vertices A and B of a right angle triangle ABC respectively. B is the right angle. So, we have a right angled triangle given with B as the right angle. Now, let me call this point as A and this as B. So, this is C. So, this is the right angle given, and 2 charges 4 into 10 to the power of minus 6 coulomb and 2 into 10 to the power of minus 6 coulomb are placed at the vertices A and B. So, at point A we have a charge 4 into 10 to the power of minus 6 coulomb, and at point B we have one more charge 2 into 10 to the power of minus 6 coulomb. 2 charges at A and B. Let me continue the question. AB is equal to 3 into 10 to the power of AB is equal to root 3 into 10 to the power of minus 2 meter. AC is equal to 2 into 10 to the power of minus 2 meter, and BC is equal to 1 into 10 to the power of minus 2 meter. So, the length of the sides of this triangle are given. AB is root 3 into 10 to the power of minus 2 meter. AC is 2 into 10 to the power of minus 2 meter, and BC is 1 into 10 to the power of minus 2 meter. This is what is the given data and shape of the problem. Now, the actual question: find the magnitude and the direction of the resultant electric field at C. So, now at the point C, we need to find the net electric field. So, there are 2 charges placed at A and B. At A, it is 4 into 10 to the power of minus 6 coulomb. At B, it is 2 into 10 to the power of minus 6 coulomb. C is just a point, there is no charge at this point, and the net electric field at this point C shall be found now. How to find it? Again, we all know that at point C there are 2 electric fields acting, one due to charge at A and the other due to charge at B. Due to charge A, the direction of electric field at point C is like this. So, I can call this vector as electric field EA. Similarly, due to charge B, the electric field at C will be like this, radially outwards from the charge, like this and like this. And let me call this as EB. Now, once again, why outwards? Both of them are positive charge. The electric fields move away from each other. So, the electric field EA will be like this because it is positive. This is also positive. So, the electric field will be like this. And yeah, we do not know the angle between them, that is fine, but we do have the information about the triangle. Now, the questions asked are: first, to find the net electric field at C or the resultant electric field at C. The net electric field at C, E, is equal to, once again, both the electric field is basically a vector quantity. So, net electric field E is equal to vector sum of EA and EB. right? This, upon simplifying this, we will get the magnitude of electric field E and the direction of electric field E. Now first, working for the magnitude part of this E, this is a vector addition. So the net electric field E, the magnitude of the net electric field E is equal to root of E A squared plus E B squared plus 2 E A E B cos theta, where theta is the angle between A and EB. We have already solved many problems in first year based on this, like finding the resultant of two vectors. The magnitude of resultant is given by this formula. Now, what is this EA and EB and cos theta? Let us find EA, EB and cos theta and put them back into the equation. Once we need to write the equation of electric field. E is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R squared. This is the general equation. Once you need to write it. Then working for EA, magnitude of EA, this one is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is 9 into 10 to the power of 9. Charge at A is 4 into 10 to the power of minus 6 divided by distance between A and C is what is necessary to simplify here, because this is the distance which we need to consider, right, for EA. So AC is 2 into 10 to the power of minus 2 whole squared. That makes EA as, see, 2 squared is 4, let me simplify it once again, 9 into 4 into 10 to the power of 9 minus 6, 3 divided by 2 square 4 into 10 to the power of minus 2 squared is 10 to the power of minus 4, 4 and 4 cancels. So the net electric field, not the net, the electric field at C due to charge A, EA is equal to minus 4 comes to the numerator becomes plus 4, 9 into 10 to the power of 7 Newton per coulomb. This is one important data for the simplification. Now EA is found, let us work for EB. EB is equal to, once again, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is 9 into 10 to the power of 9 Q. Charge at B is this 2 into 10 to the power of minus 6 divided by R squared. What is R? R is BC, right? Distance between B and C, BC. Because we are finding electric field at this point C due to this charge B. So the distance between them, distance between the point and the charge shall be considered, which is 1 into 10 to the power of minus 2 squared. Now simplifying this, we will get EB is equal to, it's going to be 18 into 10 to the power of 7 Newton per coulomb. Do one more step and finally keep the answer. So this is what is EA and EB. We have the values of EA and EB, but we do not have the value of cos theta, right? We still need cos theta. Now theta is the angle between EA and EB, which is this, right? This angle is equal to this angle, vertically opposite. Now from this triangle, cos theta shall be obtained. What is cos theta from this triangle? Cos theta is now is equal to adjacent by hypotenuse, which is BC by AC, which is equal to, what is BC? BC is 1 into 10 to the power of minus 2. What is AC? AC is 2 into 10 to the power of minus 2. So cos theta is equal to half. Don't need to worry about the exact value of theta. Yeah, it would be 60 degree, but don't need to simplify, worry about it. Simply theta is fine for now. Okay. Now the entire value of cos theta is fine. You can bring it and simplify. Now let me simplify the value of EA, EB and cos theta into this equation, which will give us E is equal to field. We should put all the calculated values of EA, EB and cos theta into the equation, which will give us E is equal to root of EA squared, which is 9 into 10 to the power of 7 squared, plus EB squared, which is 18 into 10 to the power of 7 squared, plus 2 EA EB, 9 into 10 to the power of 7 into 10 to the power of 18 into 10 to the power of 7 cos theta. Cos theta is half. Now 10 to the power of 7 can be taken as a common factor outside, and after simplifying the rest of the values inside the square root and taking the square root, I will be directly writing the value. Make use of the calculator, simple calculator, and find the value of E and calculate it. So it is 23.81. 23.81. After all the calculation, it is 23.81 into 10 to the power of 7 Newton per Coulomb. This is the magnitude of the net electric field at point C. Okay. Now going for the direction part. Direction formula for sum of two vectors is tan alpha is equal to the regular formula, or the general formula is normally written as P sin theta by Q plus P cos theta. Now since the vectors here are EA and EB, I will write them as EB sin theta by EA plus EB cos theta. Now I can take either EA or EB in the numerator. That depends on with respect to which vector am I taking the resultant vector. So this factor here in the denominator decides with respect to which of the vector am I taking the resultant is. EA is the vector with respect to which now we are measuring the angle alpha. But here let me take it with EB. So this will be EA sin theta plus EB plus EA cos theta. So the previous formula was also right, but in the previous formula the angle alpha doesn't come here, instead it comes here with respect to EA like this. Okay. And now we have EA sin theta plus by EB plus EA cos theta. From the diagram one can get to know that theta is 60 degree, right, because cos theta is half, theta is 60. So upon simplifying it, first let me substitute the values of EA and EB into it. EA is 9 into 10 to the power of 7 sin theta, sin 60 is root 3 by 2. you can make use of the calculator. Since the angles are standard, you can directly write the values. If you do not have standard angles, you should go for Clark's table. There you should get the value of sine so and so angle, then put that. And EB, what is EB? EB is 18 into 10 to the power of 7 plus EA is again 9 into 10 to the power of 7 into cos theta. Cos theta is half. 10 to the power of 7 is common, so it gets cancelled, comes out and gets cancelled. And upon simplification, the value of tan alpha that will be finally left with is 0.3464. And again, make use of Clark's table and find the value of alpha. Go to the tan values, there you search it for 0.3464. So, for tan alpha is equal to 0.3464, alpha is equal to tan inverse of 0.3464, which is alpha is equal to 19 degree 6 minutes, right. So, this is what is alpha, which is measured with respect to EB. So, this is the magnitude part of the solution and this is the direction part of the solution. And finally, this alpha should be kept in a sentence form. So, as such, this alpha is measured with respect to EB. Therefore, it is always good to write the final answer in a descriptive way as follows. Let me write it here. Therefore, the resultant electric field at C is 23.81 into 10 to the power of 7 Newton per Coulomb and directed 19 degree 6 minutes with respect to EB. Okay. This is the best way of representing the answer in a descriptive way finally. So, this completes the answer. So, this should be written in the last after solving all these things. Next, question number 11, page number 40. 4 charges plus q plus 2q plus 3q and plus 4q are placed at the corners of a square ABCD of side 0.1 meter respectively. The intensity of electric field at the center of the square is 5 into 10 to the power of 3 Newton per Coulomb. Find the value of Q. So, we have a square shape and 4 charges located at each corners of the square. Let me name this as A, B, C and D. The amount of charges present at A, B, C, D respectively are given. It's plus Q plus 2Q plus 3Q plus 4Q. And the net electric field at the center of the square is given. Okay. The net electric field at the center of the square is 5.1 into 10 to the power of 3. 5.1 into 10 to the power of 3 Newton per Coulomb. This is the net electric field. Now, each of these charge will obviously produce their own electric field, and we need to consider the vector sum of these individual charges at the center. So, let me name the field at the center. Let me call the center as O due to charge A, B, E, A. This charge A will produce electric field EA in this direction because it is positive. Similarly, due to B, let me take this as the electric field. So, this be our EB. Similarly, let this be our on the line itself. E, C, and due to ED, this is ED due to charge D. Now, the net electric field is given. E is equal to 5.1 into 10 to the power of 3 Newton per Coulomb. Since all of them are vectors, the net electric field E is vector sum of individual vectors EA plus EB plus EC plus ED. Now, first let me group them first. I will group EA with EC because they are opposite to each other. I can simplify them easily. Okay, EA plus EC plus EB plus ED. Now, let me simplify these two separately and these two separately, then bring back the values and simplify that. When I go to find EA plus EC, okay, let me call the resultant as EAC. Magnitude of this vector EA plus vector EC, okay, I am only concerned about magnitude of this EAC, which is equal to EA minus EC, or whichever the larger electric field. From diagram we can notice that since the charge at C is more compared to charge at A, EC will dominate. So, I will take EC first. The magnitude of resultant electric field due to EA and EC is EC minus EA. Now, we need the values of EC and EA. Similarly, I can simplify for EB and ED. So, it is EBD is equal to vector EB plus vector ED, and you can see in the diagram vector EB and vector ED are opposite to each other. So, I can simply take the magnitude of EBD as difference between ED and EB. Now, the next is to find the magnitudes of this EB, EA, EC and ED. Let me write the formula once. E is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R square. General formula must be written once because formula carries mark. So, EA is equal to, look at this, EA 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is simply 9 into 10 to the power of 9 into Q. Charge at A is Q itself, simply Q, by R squared, distance from O to A. simply take the distance as x. So, yeah, 9 into 10 to the power of 9, q is q by r, simply x squared. Yeah, I can actually get the value of x finally, that is not a problem. Right, this is what is EA. Now, similarly, EB and all, EB, ED and all, they look like this. EB is equal to, this value is same, instead of q it is 2q, and the distance is same, x, 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 x. So, it is 9 into 10 to the power of 9 2q by x squared. Similarly, EC is equal to 9 into 10 to the power of 9 3q by x squared, and ED is equal to 9 into 10 to the power of 9 4q x squared. Now come here. What is EC? 9 into 10 to the power of 9, 3q by x squared. 9 into 10 to the power of 9 is common from in all the terms. So, I can take that out. What is left inside will be EC is 3q, EA is simply q. So, that gives you 9 into 10 to the power of 9 into 3q minus q, it is 2q by x squared. And similarly, this is what is EAC. When it comes to EBD, EBD is again, ED is 4q by x squared, EB is 2q by x squared. So, it is same, 9 into 10 to the power of 9, 2q by x squared itself. Right. Now, EA plus EC, I have considered it as EAC plus EB plus ED is EBD, two vectors. Now, these two vectors are actually perpendicular to each other. You can see this. See, EC, EA, EC dominates. So, ECA or EAC is like this itself, right. So, this will be the direction of the same, on the same line you will have EAC. And similarly, here you have ED and here you have EB. So, this is the direction of EBD, like this. Now, look at the angle between EAC and EBD, 90 degree, right. So, this is what these two vectors are actually perpendicular to each other, and hence I can now substitute for the magnitude of net electric field as follows. Now, the value of net electric field E can be substituted, the magnitude of the value can be substituted. Before that, the magnitude of the net electric field E is equal to, since EAC and EBD are perpendicular to each other, I can write it as root of EAC squared plus EBD squared, which gives me E is equal to root of, what is EAC, which we have already found, the value of EAC was 9 into 10 to the power of 9, 2q by x squared. Both of them were actually the same. And now, since both of them are same, I can simply write them as root 2 into 9 into 10 to the power of 9 into 2q by x squared. And from the given data, we can observe that the distance from A to C, B to C, or the side of the square is 0.1 meter. So, when this is 0.1 meter, the length BC, and this is also 0.1 meter, the hypotenuse will be 0.1 root 2, which is AC, right? And what we need is this distance, this. So, this distance x is equal to half of AC, right? So, it is 0.1 root 2 by 2, which is equal to 0.1 by root 2. Now, I can bring the value of x here and simplify. The value of E is already given, the net electric field 5.1 into 10 to the power of 3. And now, upon simplifying all these values, the value of x and all, you need to substitute the value of x and simplify. Finally, the charge that will be obtained, okay, you should do all the calculation, simplifying x here and then sending the value of x here and all cross multiplications, you should do them. I will directly write the value of charge. So, the charge value that we will get is 1 into 10 to the power of minus 9 coulomb, or Q is equal to 1 nano coulomb. Okay. So, this is the charge associated with the value of Q.